for those struggling to pay for their vital electricity. If you're interested in the program, please call the Glasgow EPB at 651-8341.
Lesenberry Do-It Center is Glasgow's only locally owned hardware store, and that means a lot to me. Lesenberry's has been in business for over 100 years. I walk in the store, they know who I am, and I get the help that I need. For me, Lesenberry's is the easiest place for me to shop, simply because it's a local family-owned business, and I feel comfortable when I'm there. And I'm glad there's still a place like that in Glasgow I can go to.
Call us today, 270-629-6722.
In more local news, in the early afternoon hours of December the 11th, Glasgow officer Zane Greer, among others, responded to Stonehenge Apartments about a drug complaint. 25-year-old Troy Vibbert and his girlfriend, 26-year-old Christy Embry, both of Glasgow, were found at the residence and were told by the residence owner, Joshua Ballard, the couple had come in and tried to conceal drugs along with drug paraphernalia inside the home. Police found a bag of meth, needles, and other drug paraphernalia inside. Embry and Vibbert were both arrested, charged with possession of a controlled substance, drug paraphernalia, and violations of conditions of release. Additionally, Vibbert was served with an outstanding arrest warrant and charged with trafficking in a controlled substance, tampering with physical evidence, and persistent felony offender. The very next day, Officers Stephen Shields and Brandon Fletcher, along with Corporal Jabin McGuire, arrived back at the same residence at Stonehenge to investigate possible drug trafficking by Joshua Ballard. While waiting for a response after knocking on the door, Corporal McGuire, according to the citation, saw individuals inside run to a back bedroom, and another appeared to be attempting to hide narcotics in the living room. Ballard came to the front door, and the apartment was then checked for other potential suspects after Ballard had given police consent to search. Inside the bedroom, they found 37-year-old Billy Johnson, 43-year-old Christy Creek, both of Glasgow. Also inside were 22-year-old Christopher Sutton of Glasgow, 23-year-old Brittany Neal of Canmore. They were inside the living room. Police did secure search warrants for the residence and all vehicles associated with the occupants. Inside the bedroom, police found a bag of crystal meth, syringes, and drug paraphernalia, a pipe containing suspected marijuana, as well as digital scales. Drugs and drug paraphernalia were also found in the vehicles. Ballard, Creek, Sutton, Johnson, and Veal were all arrested, charged with possession of a controlled substance as well as drug paraphernalia. Sutton faces an additional count of possession of a controlled substance, tampering with physical evidence. All individuals were taken to and lodged in the Barron County Detention Center. A former Kentucky sheriff's been accused of stealing money from an investigation fund used to make undercover drug purchases. He's pleaded guilty to 2 felony charges. According to the Associated Press, the Herald later reports that Marvin Lipford was sentenced Tuesday to 3 months in jail, 5 months home incarceration, 80 hours community service, and 5 years of probation. He'll have to repay Harlan County over $20,000. Federal prosecutors said that Lipford misappropriated more than $25,000 between 2011 and 2013. He was also accused of using a county-provided credit card for an array of personal expenses, including food, alcohol, hotel rooms, and a subscription to a dating service. Lipford lost his bid for a 3rd term as Harlan County Sheriff back in 2014. He'll serve his jail sentence on weekends, and he's already repaid a little over $2,000. Right now it is 6:18 a.m., 33 degrees.
Who will be the future face of Pettigo Lesenberry? Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pettigo Lesenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Pursley.
And I'm Daniel Bird.
And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pettigo Lesenberry Insurance.
Growing with a proud community since 1902.
Hello.
That'll be $349.07. Sir, I can't take that, and that's only about $120 anyway.
But the Magic Man pays 3 times face value at Glasgow Coin and Jewelry. Watch this.
We can make that happen.
Top dollar guaranteed.
Not to be confused with Magic Mike.
Why the name Fire Pit Spirits? Because your beverage of choice is meant to be enjoyed with good friends, celebrating life, happiness, or just the end of a hard week of work. And, as always, it's meant to be consumed responsibly. So, whatever you're celebrating, gather round your fire pit, because good times are made with the ones you choose to keep in your circle. Fire Pit Spirits. Best selection, best service, best friends.
TJ Regional Health offers a vast array of medical services in our community.
For drug buys, pleads guilty to felony charges. Marvin Lipford was sheriff in Harlan County when he misappropriated more than $25,000 between 2011 and 2013. He also was accused of using a county-provided credit card for personal expenses, including a subscription to a dating service. Lipford was sentenced to 3 months in jail, 5 months home incarceration, and he'll have to repay Harlan County more than $20,000. A death investigation is underway in Breckenridge County after 2 men were found shot.
It's a tragedy. It is a tragedy.
Deputies were called to a residence in Hudson, Kentucky on reports of a shooting late Tuesday night. Breckenridge County Sheriff Todd Pate tells WLKY the victims were not related but did know each other and that there were several people at the home when the shooting happened.
It's a terrible thing when something like this happens. Sometimes heat of the moment, sometimes, things just happen that really quickly before people stop to think.
Kentucky State Police are leading the investigation. I'm Suzanne Duval.
He's known as the godfather of grass and now admits to taking part in a marijuana grow operation near Springfield. John Robert Boone enters a guilty plea this week to a single count of conspiring to grow and distribute more than 1,000 plants. He faces up to 5 years in prison for the crime. A last-minute change to the sweeping tax overhaul bill means a small private college in the state that serves needy students will lose a key tax exemption that'll cost it more than $1 million a year. Berea College does not charge tuition because it accepts students who can't afford to pay. President Lyle Roloff says the college will have to accept fewer students as a result of the changes to the tax code. I'm Ed Huckleberry.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Why the name Fire Pit Spirits? Because your beverage of choice is meant to be enjoyed with good friends, celebrating life, happiness, or just the end of a hard week of work. And, as always, it's meant to be consumed responsibly. So, whatever you're celebrating, gather round your fire pit, because good times are made with the ones you choose to keep in your circle. Fire Pit Spirits. Best selection, best service, best friends.
TJ Regional Health offers a vast array of medical services in our community. The TJ Health Pavilion is home to over 35 family and specialty physicians, outpatient services center, the TJ Urgent Care, and the TJ Pavilion Pharmacy. The TJ Health Cave City Clinic is a walk-in medical care facility providing care 7 days a week with no appointment necessary. Stop by and visit one of our locations today.
At PBI Bank, we pride ourselves on providing great...
Recently lost a loved one, or if you're thinking about a pre-need monument, they're here to make the process as stress-free as possible. With plenty of examples and a multitude of custom options, South Central Kentucky Monuments has the ability to offer you exactly what you want or help steer you in the right direction based on your preferences. Let my friends David, Jerry, and Adam Jesse provide the service and craftsmanship you deserve. To learn more, visit southcentralkymonuments.com.
Jeff's Country Florida
service with a hometown feel. We invite you to come in and meet our friendly staff who can help you apply for a mortgage, apply for an ag loan, open an account, or help with any other banking service. Trust PBI Bank to be your banking partner for personal or business accounts. Come visit or call us today. We are a Kentucky-based community bank serving the Commonwealth for more than a century. Stop in or visit online at pbibank.com to learn more about what we can offer you.
Haywood Today.
Some officers. .624 and 33 degrees from WCLU this morning. In area funeral announcements at this hour, Donald Rogers, age 83, of Glasgow, died Tuesday at Signature Healthcare in Glasgow. Donald was a retired dozer operator for Monroe Brothers. He is survived by his wife, Shirley Franklin Rogers, 3 sons, Donnie Rogers, John Robert Rogers, and Jimmy Rogers, all of Glasgow, a daughter, Sue Rogers of Glasgow, a stepson, Glenn Thomas Dennison III of Glasgow, 3 grandchildren, 4 step-grandchildren, 5 great-grandchildren, and 3 step-great-grandchildren. Funeral services, graveside will be for Donald Rogers at 3 o'clock on Friday afternoon at the Cave City Cemetery. The Patton Funeral Home is in charge of the arrangements. William Donald Sexton, age 69, of Glasgow, died Tuesday at the VA Medical Center at Murfreesboro. Born in Metcalfe County, the son of the late John Willis Sexton and the late Desi Pointer Sexton. He retired from R.R. Donnelley after 37 and a half years. He was a Vietnam veteran serving with the U.S. Army, and he attended Landmark Baptist Church in Smiths Grove. Survivors include his wife of 47 years, Vonnie Hurt Sexton, a daughter, Angie Parsons of Glasgow, a son, Billy Sexton of Glasgow, 3 grandchildren, Brianna Sexton, Tyler Sexton, and Jenna Dole, all of Glasgow, a sister, Dorothy Stilts of Edmonton, Paul Sexton of Mayfield, and 2 granddogs, Sprocket and Harriet. Several nieces and nephews also survive. Funeral services for William Donald Sexton will be on Friday afternoon at 2 o'clock at the A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home. Burial to be in the Glasgow Municipal Cemetery. Military honors provided by Chapter 20 of the DAV of Glasgow. In lieu of flowers, a memorial contribution can be made to the American Cancer Society in care of Nancy Richardson at 110 Ashwood Lane in Glasgow, or to the Tennessee Fisher House Foundation. Sarah Liz Cochran, age 87, of Center, died Tuesday at the Metcalfe Healthcare Center. She was a daughter of the late Elsie and Violet Morgan Jesse. Ms. Cochran was a homemaker and a member of the Sulphur Well Methodist Church. She is survived by her daughter, Sue Atwell of Center, a brother, Junior Jesse of Edmonton, 2 grandchildren, Brad Atwell of Glasgow and Don Atwell of Munfordville, 4 grandchildren, Adam, Matthew, Madison, and Isaac Atwell, who survive. Besides her parents, she was preceded in death by her husband, Lynn Cochran. Services for Sarah Liz Cochran will be Friday at 2 at the Sulphur Well Methodist Church, with burial to follow in the Smith Cemetery in Sulphur Well. Visitation for Sarah Liz Cochran will be Friday from 9 a.m. until service at the church. Arrangements are under the direction of the Butler Funeral Home. Betty Gale Shellman, age 72, of Hattiesburg, Mississippi, formerly of Monroe County, died Tuesday. She is survived by her husband, David Shellman, a son and daughter-in-law, Stephen Hall Shellman, and Nancy Shellman of Lexington, a grandson, Stephen Hunter Shellman of Atlanta, a sister and brother-in-law, Evelyn Faye Patton, and Dr. Mark Patton of Bowling Green. Graveside services for Betty Gale Shellman will be Saturday afternoon at 2 o'clock at the Monroe County Memorial Lawn. Funeral services for Christian Goodrow, age 16, of Rocky Hill, will be at noon Friday at Edmonson County High School Gymnasium, with interment to be in the Evergreen Cemetery. Visitation after 11 o'clock today at the Patton Funeral Home's Brownsville Chapel, and tomorrow from 9 until noon at the gymnasium. The family requests memorial contributions to the Christian Goodrow Memorial Fund in care of the Patton Funeral Home. Funeral services for Doris Gilpin, age 74, of Horse Cave, will be Friday at 11 o'clock at the Wynn Funeral Home. Burial will follow in the Horse Cave Municipal Cemetery. Visitation begins today at 4 p.m. Services for Willadine Hunter Jones, age 91, of Glasgow, will be today at 2 o'clock at the Rock Valley Church of Christ. Arrangements under the direction of the Oakley Tribble Funeral Home. Services for Gloria Joyce Ivy Black, age 82, of Burkesville, will be today at 1 o'clock at the North New Funeral Home. Burials to be in the Burkesville Cemetery. Memorial services for Eva Lambert Meredith, age 83, of Scottsville, will be today at 11 o'clock at the Harwood and Strode Funeral Home in Scottsville. Services for Virginia Louise Holt Owsley, age 76, of Glasgow, will be at 10 o'clock this morning at the A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home, with burial to be in the Glasgow Municipal Cemetery. Obituary information is available 24 hours a day free at WCLUradio.com. No login is necessary.
Would you like to choose when you pay your electric bill? With EPB iPay, you can. iPay allows you to draft money into your electric account online or at our office. The myusage.com website lets you keep track of how much electricity you're using and lets you know your current balance. When your account's getting low, you can get reminders to add more money to your electric account by text or email. With iPay, there's no due date, no late fees. Sign up for iPay at the EPB office at 100 Mallory Drive.
Who will be the future face of Pedigo Lessenberry? Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jerry.
32 degrees here at 6:30 on WCLU. Let's turn to local sports. Last night in high school basketball, these are all girls' games. It was Glasgow over Monroe County, 57-48, and Barron County down to Dare County, 57-29. It was Caverna over Russellville, 54-42, and Warren East down to Allen County, Scottsville. I'm sorry, that's Warren East downing Metcalfe County, 75-63. High school basketball today, the Glasgow Lady Scotties will try to repeat as champions of the Warren East Holiday Hoops Classic when they take on Warren East in the title game at 5 o'clock tonight. Join Joe and Larry for the broadcast on 1490 WCLU and online at playwclu.com. Those attending the game in Bowling Green will be able to tune into the broadcast inside of the gym only at WCLU Sports Plus at 97.3. Other girls' games at the Warren East tournament today. Metcalfe County takes on Monroe County, and Caverna faces Christ Presbyterian Academy of Tennessee. Other girls' games involving area teams. Hart County opens play in a tournament in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, and Edmondson County continues play in a tournament at Bullitt East. Boys' action today. Glasgow plays 2 games at the Butler County Christmas Classic, with the first coming up at 10:30 this morning against Caldwell County, and the second one against Murray at 5:30. Barron County will open play in the Smoky Mountain Christmas Classic in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Allen County, Scottsville is back in action in a tournament in Heritage, Tennessee. Monroe County takes on Owensboro Apollo. Caverna faces Hopkins Central at Union County High School. Hart County plays at Breckinridge County, and Edmondson County wraps up play in Warren East at the Warren East Holiday Hoops Classic. So a lot of basketball going on, a lot of Christmas tournaments, and we'll be keeping you up to date with all the scores and the schedules here on WCLU Sports.
This is Bart Warren for the South Green Street Church of Christ. I invite you, live today in light of this. If then you've been raised with Christ, seek the things that are above, where Christ is, seated at the right hand of God. Set your minds on things that are above, not on things that are on earth. For you have died, and your life is hidden with Christ in God. And when Christ, who is your life, appears, then you also will appear with him in glory. Put to death, therefore, what is earthly in you: sexual immorality, impurity, passion, evil desire, and covetousness, which is idolatry. On account of these, the wrath of God is coming. This is the word of God, Colossians 3, verses 1 through 6. Please consider these things and meditate upon them, even now.
Who will be the future face of Pedigo Lessenberry? Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Persley.
And I'm Daniel Bird.
And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pettigo Lesenberry Insurance.
Growing with a proud community since 1902.
Lesenberry Do-It Center is Glasgow's only locally owned hardware store, and that means a lot to me. Lesenberry's has been in business for over 100 years. I walk in the store, they know who I am, and I get the help that I need. For me, Lesenberry's is the easiest place for me to shop, simply because it's a local family-owned business, and I feel comfortable when I'm there. And I'm glad there's still a place like that in Glasgow I can go to.
Right here on this Thursday morning, we've got archives to share with you, a lot of fun historic facts. We've got a lot of other things to share today as we move forward, but the first thing we got to do is check on the weather. And Ray Stagig is on duty at the Weather Channel for us this morning.
Mild air sticks around, and that's going to support a liquid event as we head on through, especially the daytime hours on Friday. We'll roll through this morning, chilly but still above average, a few clouds and 60 this afternoon. And that's actually 12 degrees above normal. It'll become mostly cloudy in the afternoon hours. Then as we head on through tonight, partly cloudy early, mostly cloudy later. No rain yet, 50. I think rain developing southwest to northeast tomorrow. Periods of rain. Grab the rain gear for Friday, 57. Rain should end sometime Saturday morning, leaving us with dry weather in the afternoon and cooler temperatures, but where we should be in the upper 40s. A little colder on Christmas Eve. Clouds give way to sunshine. Highs low 40s. Christmas Day, partial clouds and sunshine. Good-looking day, but cold in the upper 30s. Winter arrives this afternoon at 4:28. For the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Stagig on WCLU, your home for local.
I kind of like that, oh, by the way, winter arrives this afternoon at 4:28. I guess we're ready for it. Let's see, the barometer's at 30 inches even, humidity at 71%. The winds are out of the southeast at about 4 miles an hour. Nothing measurable in the rain gauge in the past 24 hours. And here we are with 32 at WCLU this morning. Hopefully you're out of the rack and running in good shape.
You have 1 hour. That's it.
Everyone wants to know when McRib will be back, including Jamie, who shared that you must answer its call.
Jamie, McRib is back. You posted, and we answered.
McRib is back. Answer its call for a limited time, only at McDonald's.
Nothing comes before coffee.
How can I help you, gentlemen?
That's why we're introducing a whole new line of espresso drinks from McCafe.
Well, today is, of course, the 21st day of December. That is December 21st, and when you come to Ralphie's and participate in their countdown to Christmas activities, you can purchase a multi-activity wristband and add a multi-activity wristband for half price. How about that? Take somebody with you. That is the big special, the countdown to Christmas today at Ralphie's Fun Center. A fun place indeed. Just ask anybody, and you'll get that positive review of Ralphie's. Okay, let's see what we have here this morning. And I got to make sure that I've gotten several calls, but I think they were calls for the same folks, so I don't want to mess that up any more than I normally do. Well, we have some good folks on the list today, too. Jonathan Murphy. Jonathan Murphy is having a birthday today. We have had a ton of folks call up here to wish Neil Wood a happy birthday. And Neil, you got a lot of friends who are calling up here to make sure that that you get a good pat on the back on your birthday there for Neil Wood. We also have the birthday of Tara Wesley. Rebel Byrne is celebrating a birthday, and we have also Linda Bray on the list for birthdays. Anniversaries, we've got a very nice couple on the list. It is Miss Rose and Mr. Sidney Williams. Rose and Sidney Williams, their 65th wedding anniversary is today. Congratulations. We have a couple of couples who are having 49th wedding anniversaries today. It is Doug and Helen Browning. Happy 49th anniversary. It's also Ronnie and Carol Medley with their 49th anniversary today. And we have Gilbert and Alice Piper and Donna and Derek Caffey. It's number 27 for the Caffeys. Congratulations. 651-9149-800-956-1023. Online, it's WCLUradio.com. Center for making it.
Hello. Distress over your meal plans this Christmas season.
That'll be $349.07. Sir, I can't take that, and that's only about $120 anyway.
But the Magic Man pays 3 times face value at Glasgow Coin and Jewelry. Watch this.
We can make that happen.
Top dollar guaranteed.
Not to be confused with Magic Mike.
BR Tire. We're always on call and we answer the call. We know that's what keeps our loyal customers coming back season after season, year after year. With so many vying for your business, improving our service is not just a good practice, it's a necessity. From our easy-to-navigate website to our easy-to-deal-with service department, we work hard to make it easy for you to choose us. No one keeps you rolling like BR Tire on Lovers Lane in Bowling Green and West Main Street in Glasgow.
Hi, I'm Fred Parrish here at Parrish Carpet in Glasgow, Kentucky. My parents started this business over 50 years ago, so we know flooring here at Parrish Carpet. We have a large showroom and a big selection in stock. We do custom binding and we do free estimates. We've served a lot of people in the 50+ years, and we'd like to thank each and every one of you. So if you have a flooring need, come see us at Parrish Carpet.
Thinking about selling property? The name is Elmore. Let me add Stetson McCandless to the birthday club today. Happy 2nd birthday today to Stetson McCandless. How about that? Today, by special request, we are patting on the back a very nice gentleman who's got a birthday coming up on Christmas Eve, but we want to give you the heads up because it's a big birthday. Today it is Delmer Simmons Day on the radio. Now, Mr. Delmer is going to be 80 on Sunday, and I guess I won't be here on Sunday, so I'm going to sound the gong for Mr. Delmer. His 80th birthday is coming up on Christmas Eve, and we want you to be sure to pat Mr. Delmer Simmons on the back today, and if you see him heading over the weekend, you be sure to pat him on the back and welcome him to the 80s here on WCLU and a little taste of Texas. And with that being said, let's go down memory lane. See about some of these things that got us here. And the archives are coming up, brought to you by Tony Hogan Health Clinic and Joseph A. Wade Industrial Hardware Services.
Glasgow Prescription Center is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good. He'd already done that. He wanted to be great. And I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by with a smaller staff? Sure. The gift shop, the flower shop, delivery people, a brand new facility, none of those things are required to have a pharmacy, but that's why it's not just a good pharmacy, it's a great one. I'm really excited to see what Robert is going to do next because I know he's going to put his heart into it.
The name Fire Pit Spirits? Because your beverage of choice is meant to be enjoyed with good friends, celebrating life, happiness, or just the end of a hard week of work. And, as always, it's meant to be consumed responsibly. So, whatever you're celebrating, gather round your fire pit, because good times are made with the ones you choose to keep in your circle. Fire Pit Spirits. Best selection, best service, best friends.
Emerson Shepard. Miss Emerson Shepard is 4 today.
4 years old.
And it's exciting times for Miss Emerson and her family. All right. What do you think? Archives?
I think archives.
All right. Well, I mean, sometimes you're rolling up there. You say, hey, before we do all this, let's do that.
I tell you what, yesterday was one of the longest days of my life, I think. So I'm still trying to catch up,
Well,
drinking coffee.
Yeah, well, I mean, I would if I had any, but today's my garbage day, and I was trying to get all the garbage out.
Well, have you ever had one of those days like where you seriously stop and you think, is this real life? Like, is this a dream? Do I need to pinch myself? Am I going to wake up in a minute?
There's the reason why they wrote a song about hustle and bustle at Christmas time.
I know, that's right.
Because that's kind of what happens, I think.
Absolutely.
I've never been able to figure out how to smooth it out, either.
If you do, please let me know.
Okay. Let's go back 100 years. Let's just see how other folks had it at this time of the year. In 1917, 100 years ago, this was a big story. Honorable Basil Richardson has succumbed to the entreaties of his numerous friends.
What?
And he has become a candidate for state senator.
Oh, okay.
So you see, here's the reason why there was a vacancy in the senatorial department. The Honorable Ballard Trigg, having resigned to serve his country as a major in the Army.
Either way, he's going to war.
That's right. So that's right. It was choose your battlefield.
Ain't that it?
Such is the popularity of Mr. Richardson and his fitness for the position. It is not at all probable that he will have opposition, and he will be triumphantly elected.
Talk about an endorsement.
Now that's a pretty strong statement right there. Is such as due to his fitness for the position, it's not at all probable that he'll have opposition.
I keep thinking of that, like those little things they put at the end of campaign ads. You know, I'm so-and-so, and I approve this message.
Yeah, that's right.
Guaranteed.
I'm sure Mr. Basil Richardson approved the news stories, too.
Guarantee it.
1917. 1927. Some exciting news here, because this was the day in 1927 that J.E. Carpenter reported a 25-barrel well in Monroe County between Glasgow and Tompkinsville. This is the side of East Fork. He also reported a find of lead and zinc in paying quantities of the Cass Ross farm on Meshack Creek. So that's interesting place names there in Monroe County, the Meshack Creek.
For real, you know, well's a pretty deep subject.
Well, it really is, and I knew you were waiting to push that button. And, 25 barrels, that's a pretty good producing well there for Mr. J.E. Carpenter.
If people just understood how much joy I got from that one little click. Like, I love it. I'm serious.
Well, because
and I have no idea why. I just love it.
Well, it's because you have to stay on your toes.
There you go.
You don't know this stuff. We don't rehearse.
yeah, folks, it's hard to believe this is all live.
1937. Here we go at let's go to the show.
Okay.
Over the holidays. Here's what's coming up at the Plaza Theater. The first motion picture is Tyrone Power, starring in Second Honeymoon.
Is that like Austin Powers, the early
No,
version?
Tyrone Power was quite the handsome gentleman of the silver screen.
Tyrone Power. Let me just, I'm Googling him right now. I'm going to see he's handsome.
Okay, and we also have Loretta Young starring in Second Honeymoon, along with Stuart Irwin, Claire Trevor, and Marjorie Weaver. The other show coming up at the show, it's Love I'm After, with Bette Davis and Leslie Howard.
Guess you could be after worse things.
That's right. And Breakfast for Two, with Barbara Stanwyck and Herbert Marshall. So they some big name stars coming to the Plaza for the show in 1937, the Christmas. Hey, let's go to the show.
Okay, so I'm looking at several men here who could be this Tyler Powers.
Yeah?
And no.
Okay.
No.
All right.
I mean,
not Tyler Power. This is Tyrone Power.
Oh, Tyrone.
Yeah.
Okay.
That might.
Well, Tyler Perry came up first. I was like, that's not right.
That's right. He's dressed a little too modern. All right, we got an advertisement here in 19.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna say no.
Okay, all right. No. So she must have found him again.
But now there's like a modern version of him that's really cute.
Is he dressed like an Arabian or something in that picture?
I mean, I wouldn't make a comment about like caterpillar eyebrows, but I'll leave that out.
Okay, all right.
He looks like he's in pain in all of his pictures.
I mean, it could be he's acting.
He's like, ugh. Yeah, there you go, folks. That's my impression of it.
Let's go to 1947 with an advertisement for St. Charles Market.
Okay.
Which this was certainly for years and years and years, people went to St. Charles to get what they needed for Christmas dining. And the ad reads, everything for your Christmas needs. Just received a carload of Dr. Phillips tree-ripened oranges.
Now, I'd go down there and pick some of those up.
Buy them by the dozen, bag, or crate. They also are selling dressed hens, turkeys, ducks, and fryers.
What does dressed mean?
Well, it means they've
got all the stuff cut off in a little
that's
bag.
right. They've cleaned her up.
I don't like that little bag. It weirds me out.
Yeah, well, you got to understand what the parts are.
No, I will never be in a situation where I will have to know, where I'll have to identify the parts. No.
They also have fresh fish and oysters. They have Brussels sprouts, broccoli, cauliflower, cranberries, cucumbers, squash, radishes, and peppers. And then they have Bird's Eyes Frosted Foods. Now, you remember back in 1947, we hadn't developed frozen foods yet because we were calling them frosted foods.
Right. Now frosted foods are frostbitten.
That's right. And it says we deliver, which of course they did for years and years. I'm talking about St. Charles Market. Nice folks indeed. We have, let's see, also in 1957, we have news about Mr. James Trigg Pace, who is the cashier of the new Farmers National Bank, who was elected the president of the Glasgow Chamber of Commerce at the annual meeting on Monday afternoon. Other officers named were Judge Louis B. Nunn as the first vice president, Phil Wells as the second vice president, Warren Goad is going to be the treasurer, J. Sneed Yeager the secretary, E. L. Curley the secretary emeritus, and Wynn Davis the national counselor.
Well, there you go.
That's some good officers there in 1957.
I would agree.
To be running the Chamber of Commerce. Made a difference, no less.
For sure.
I love the story, 1967. This was the day that Mr. and Ms. Chester Huffman, the owners of a paint and paper store in Glasgow, again this year provided gifts for 12 little girls at the Spring Meadow Home for Orphans at Middleton, Kentucky. The home is the oldest such home in the South. It was founded in 1868.
See, I just think they should have renamed it.
And the archivists put a note in here that the paint store was in the block now occupied by U.S. Bank. And that is true because I knew Mr. and Ms. Huffman, and in addition to selling paint, they sold musical instruments, which meant I could buy my guitar strings down at the paint store.
See, that's like the whole electric company ice plant thing.
Yeah, there it is.
It's like random things thrown together.
It's, just put it, hey, if people need it and nobody else has it, get it and sell it.
There you go.
Capitalism.
At its finest.
That's right. That was 1967. Mr. and Ms. Huffman down at the, and I'm trying to remember, I'm trying to remember the name of it. It might have been Branstadter's Hardware. But I never looked up when I went in the door. I was looking at the musical instruments.
There you go. There used to be a store in Munfordville there, right downtown, V&S Variety.
Yeah.
They had, I'm serious, like anything you could ever imagine was in that store.
Yeah, it's just so much fun. Go in and stay for hours.
It was cool, yes.
This was the day in 1977 that Kathy Clark was crowned the Barron County High School homecoming queen. She was escorted by Tim Vance, the Barron County Trojan captain. So I'm sure that Tim was, of course, we know Tim. He's a guy that says buy for less. The owner-operator of Air Care Heating and Cooling. But back in 1977, he was an escort as he was the captain of the football team. Time gets away from us,
Time flies whether you're having fun or not.
That's right. This day in 1987, sort of deja vu, I guess, backwards deja vu. Parking comes up at city council meetings from time to time.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, here in 1987, the Glasgow City Council discusses the downtown parking following a request by local businessman Frank Ryherd. This led to increased parking fines, reduced parking around the square to 1 hour limit, and to do away with all parking meters. Pretty radical there in 1987 for that.
Now, as someone that's on the square a whole lot, okay?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
I'm not sure if people, I think a lot of people think that you can't get anywhere in Glasgow without going around the square.
Mm-hmm.
So there is a traffic issue, there is a parking issue.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to park where I want to park.
Well, I mean, as long as
like, I wish they had like a section for, I just need to run in here real quick.
Sorry.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if they
15-minute parking never works.
No, because I won't even, sometimes I'm not even in there that long, just like, hang on a second, if they could put that on a sign.
Yeah. Well, parking is, have you been to Nashville recently?
Well, I tell you right now,
parked?
The 15-minute
paid to park?
The 15-minute parking, you spend 14 of those minutes trying to back out of the spot.
Yeah, well, they don't charge you for that. That's overtime.
Mm-hmm.
And this day in 1997...
I told my fender, I'm going to get out of that spot.
The cantata, entitled I Have Seen the Light, will be presented by the Glasgow Cumberland Presbyterian Church Choir and the Glasgow Bible Church Choir. That's a pretty neat deal where those two churches combined to come up with the cantata, I Have Seen the Light.
For sure.
It's in the archives. We'll hold off another day on 2007 because it's a little bit slim there, but we'll get caught up. Nonetheless, it's the archives.
It is.
There we have those dressed hens for sale down at St. Charles.
Yeah, guts are inside.
Yeah, you need to ask the county judge executive sometime about St. Charles Market.
Did y'all have the guts in a bag inside them? Or did you have little bow ties on? Can you be more specific?
Yeah, they were dressed, though. And then, of course, we had some fascinating things going on in our community from the Friends talking the Honorable Basil Richardson into running for the Senate. Right. You always got to have the blessing of your friends.
Yeah, and you can't really put naked hens available here on the sign.
No, you can't.
I'm just saying. You could. I would go in that store.
Yeah.
Just to see, just a medal.
That's the archives today. Remembering the past and planning for the future. And thanks to our sponsors, Joseph A. Wade Industrial Hardware Services, as well as the good folks located at the Tony Hogan Health Clinic. At this time of the year, we think about our past. We anticipate our future. But most of all, we count our blessings. State Farm Agent Mike Bryant has truly been blessed with many customers who depend on him. As families grow, as life changes, Mike has been honored to be chosen to be there with you, too, along with his team, Linda Smith, Phyllis McIsaac, Melanie Moon, Eric Peterson, and Eddie Freeland. Like a good neighbor, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from Mike and Donna Bryant and family.
As we pause to enjoy the fellowship with family and friends preparing to start on a new road through the promising new year, David Wiley and his staff at Highland Pharmacy would like to take this opportunity to give you this wish, that every day of the new year be bright with success and happiness, and we look forward to serving all of our old customers and the new ones that we will meet in the new year. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from the staff at Highland Pharmacy in Glasgow.
Shouldn't financial advice focus on you? I can help you plan for your financial future. From life insurance to investment products, I'm Anthony Myatt, your Modern Woodman representative in South Central Kentucky. Call me today at 427-6807 to start the conversation.
Get to know your local Modern Woodman representative to plan for your financial future and learn about valuable member benefits. Modern Woodman of America, touching lives, securing futures.
BR Tire wants you to arrive at all of your holiday events safely, so please remember to schedule your tune-ups and repairs, and don't get stuck with a flat tire when you know you need new ones. See BR Tire in Glasgow and Bowling Green and let their experienced mechanics take care of you and your vehicle. Let's all have a safe and happy holiday season, and remember, nobody keeps you rolling like BR Tire. On Lovers Lane in Bowling Green, West Main Street in Glasgow.
Publicized. All right, 6:57, 32 degrees. I've got to let me flip something around right here. Mr. David Frazier, the official archivist of Barron County Schools. David says that Tim was the captain of the basketball team, not the football team. So we don't want to mess that up. So it was Tim Vance, the captain of the basketball team, doing that escorting at homecoming.
It's true. Many of us spend more time thinking about what's for dinner than preparing for retirement. But if you think your retirement needs deserve more attention, I agree, and I'd like to help. I'm Edward Jones financial advisor, Sheila Perkins. Together, we can give your long-term retirement strategy the attention it deserves. Stop by my office at 110 Reynolds Road in Glasgow. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
Well, let's see here. I want to tell you about a very nice gal having a birthday today. It is Carrie Tillman DeRosset. Carrie Tillman DeRosset is having a birthday today, and I hope that she has a wonderful birthday today as well. And I told you about Stetson McCandless turning 2 and Emerson Shepard turning 4, so I guess I am up to date. Except for the fact that we got to check out the weather in behalf of South Central Bank.
The best way to avoid holiday stress is with good planning. South Central Bank is ready to help you get started with their Christmas Club Savings Plan. You can open yours anytime throughout the year, and it pays a joyful 2.5% interest rate. The South Central Bank Christmas Club Savings allows you to deposit up to $100 per week for a maximum annual deposit of $5,200. Then a check will be mailed to you in mid-October. It's that simple and certainly not stressful. Get started at any South Central Bank office today. Member FDIC.
Dry, mild weather today, but rain in the forecast as we look ahead toward Friday, possibly lingering into Friday night and Saturday morning. Some clouds this morning, increasing clouds this afternoon, 60. Overnight tonight, some breaks in the clouds early, then mostly cloudy, 50. Could be an inch of rain falling tomorrow with periods of rain. That rain lingers into tomorrow night, possibly even ending by Saturday morning. So it looks like a pretty soggy period. Finally, by Christmas Eve, morning clouds giving way to sunshine and colder, highs in the low 40s, overnight lows in the low 20s. Christmas Day, partly cloudy, highs in the upper 30s. I'm meteorologist Ray Stejcik, a Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
Thank you, Ray. Things are pretty quiet out there this morning. Still dropping temperature-wise. We're down to 32. And let's see, we have recorded no precipitation in the past 24 hours. 71% humidity, and the barometer's at 30 inches even. 32 degrees, weather a courtesy of South Central Bank.
Everyone's time is at a premium. Using time wisely is even a mark on a young student's grade card. Well, at Ely Drugs, we value your time. That's why we have a website that lets you order prescription refills online with a simple click. Go to ElyDrugs.com and click on the icon that says Refill Request. That'll save you tons of time in getting the refill, plus making sure you take it on time, too. And talk about a time saver. Ely's investment in a new automated filling system means even shorter wait time. Ely Drugs helps you manage your health and your time. Check us out at ElyDrugs.com.
All right, 7 o'clock. We're just about ready to play trivia here this morning. Let me tell you about a couple of things coming up. The Santa Claus is going to be at the Capelli Beauty Salon tomorrow from 6 p.m. until 8 p.m. That's tomorrow evening, 6 p.m. until 8 p.m. Bring your camera and have your photo made with Santa. The salon is our neighbors. They're located at 227 West Main Street, right next to the WCLU studios. Santa coming to the Capelli Beauty Salon tomorrow. Also, remember that the residents of Norris Court lighting up their neighborhood with luminaries on Saturday night and Sunday, weather permitting. The lighting of the luminaries is an ancient tradition symbolizing lighting the way for the Christ child. For more than 30 years, my goodness, 30 years, the neighbors have worked together to share some beauty during the Christmas season, and that it is. More than 2,000 white bags line the streets in Norris Court. A candle in each bag is lighted at dusk, and you don't want to miss it this weekend. 7:02.
The holidays are a time to reflect on the past year and look forward to the year ahead. As 2017 comes to a close, we at Citizens First say thank you for choosing us to be your financial partner. We appreciate the opportunity to serve you and our community, and we look forward to continuing our relationship in 2018 and for many years to come. From our Citizens First family to yours, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a happy, healthy, and prosperous New Year.
Member FDIC.
Life is made of connections between people, places, ideas, and information. From across the globe to the palm of your hand. With a nationwide network that goes where you go and 4G LTE advanced data that travels at your speed, Bluegrass Cellular strives to connect in more ways. With the community, with the world, and most importantly, with you. Connect with us at your nearest Bluegrass Cellular location or visit bluegrasscellular.com anytime. Bluegrass Cellular, within reach. Life is made of connections between people, places, ideas, and information. From across the globe to the palm of your hand. With a nationwide network that goes where you go and 4G LTE advanced data that travels at your speed, Bluegrass Cellular strives to connect in more ways. With the community, with the world, and most importantly, with you. Connect with us at your nearest Bluegrass Cellular location or visit bluegrasscellular.com anytime. Bluegrass Cellular, within reach.
If you find yourself in need of an attorney who specializes in family cases, You want someone who knows all the ins and outs of the case. Tracy Peppers has experience outside of her law practice that gives her an insight not all attorneys can match.
I have spent my career helping families in need as a social worker, CDW, and family advocate. Call me, Tracy Peppers, attorney at law, for all your family law needs at 270-651-7101 or stop by 222 West Washington Street here in Glasgow.
Thank you, Tracy. I'm moving forward here to play trivia, see who's going to win today. And we're going to play that in behalf of the good folks at Extreme Health Club, Extreme Fitness. They've got so many neat things going on there, and you can get a card that you can go and check them out at Extreme.
I'm Roxanne Cloyd, also known as the noodle floating, calorie drowning, water weightlifting, woohoo yelling, floor balancing H2O aerobics instructor. As you probably guessed, that means I'm the splashing H2O instructor, Aqua Emotion, and we have lots of fun. If you have aches and pains in your joints, my class at Extreme Health Club is where you need to be. It's soothing to your body, and it's important that you don't throw in the towel, you dry off with it after a fun splashing H2O class at Extreme Health Club. Everything is more fun when it's in the water. Call me now. Classes fill up quickly. 651-3036.
Yes, you should really discover, explore, and understand the wonderful things that Extreme has to offer at their several Extreme locations here in our community. All right, 651-9149, 800-956-1023. How about another holiday trivia question? See how smart you are, as we like to say. There's a traditional Christmas food that was first known as marshworts. A traditional Christmas food first known as marshworts. Today it is better known as what? 651-9149 or 800-956-1023. Trivia?
Chestnuts.
No, it's not right. Good thought, though. Trivia.
Cranberries.
That's it. Who's this speaking?
Shirley Payne.
Shirley, how you doing?
I'm doing fine.
Now, you weren't embarrassed to say your name, were you? Because you're a smart girl, Shirley.
Oh, not really. Not really. That just come to my mind.
So what do you know about marshworts?
I was thinking I heard that they grew in water or something.
Well,
something about water.
Yeah, I have some notes over here, Shirley, that I want to see if I can pull this up right here, because I made notes when I was doing all of this, but as fate would have it, I didn't send my notes up to this studio. But anyway, I'll tell you that it goes way, 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 way back. And I'm glad they named it cranberries, because it certainly sounds more appetizing than marshworts.
Right.
And that's not warts like on your hand. It's WHORTS, marshworts. Fair enough?
That's fair enough.
Now, do you like cranberries at Christmas, do you, Shirley?
Yeah, I like cranberry salad.
Yeah, you kind of got to develop a taste for it, but then again, once you develop that taste, there you go.
Yeah, it takes a lot of sugar.
Well, that's right, that's right. You can fudge a little bit with that sugar, can't you?
Right.
All right, Shirley, thank you so much for calling in, and Merry Christmas to you.
Thank you, and Merry Christmas to you.
Bye-bye. Shirley Payne, that's right. It's marshworts. That was the name of it. Hey, pass the marshworts, would you? But actually, now we know that as cranberries, a traditional Christmas food. And Shirley Payne just jumped on that, and she's won a trip to Extreme. Why don't you give it a handle tomorrow when we play trivia here on WCLU.
CBS News Update. At Bank, we pride ourselves on providing great customer service. Saw what happened as a man drove his SUV into a crowd of holiday shoppers in Melbourne, Australia. 14 people hurt, some critically. Acting Police Commissioner Shane Patton.
At this time, we don't have any evidence or intelligence to indicate a connection with terrorism.
Patton says the driver and a second man have been arrested.
He is a 32-year-old Australian citizen of Afghan descent. He is a person who is known to Victoria Police. He has historical assault matters and has a history of drug use as well as mental health issues.
He's talking about the driver there. The second man, he says, was recording video of the incident and also had a bag filled with knives. So far, no known motive. The SUV stopped after crashing into a cable car. Police say several bystanders surrounded the driver and held him until they could get there to arrest him. CBS News Update, I'm Peter King.
Spreading holiday cheer is always fun, but spreading illnesses such as colds and flus are not. This is nurse practitioner Brittany Jackson, and one thing we have learned as our practice continues to grow is how to deal with the latest bah humbugs going around. Preventing illness is more effective than treating after the fact, so I encourage you to get your whole family in to Jackson Health and Wellness Clinic and let us help keep you well this holiday season. Having a primary care provider that you can access when you need them is a very important part of raising a healthy family. Let us take some of the worry off of you, because at Jackson Health and Wellness Clinic, we keep up with medications, immunizations, checkups, and other preventative measures for you. We're here for you with same-day appointments, and a simple call to 270-629-6722 is all it takes to get started on the road to better health. We are located at 511 North Race on the corner of North Race and Cherry Streets in Glasgow. We hope your holidays are filled with good health and joy from all of us at Jackson Health and Wellness Clinic, and don't let those bah humbugs get you down. Call us today, 270-629-6722.
Some people struggle with eating when they have tooth problems, but Carl Richardson of Summershade could eat.
No, I usually could eat about anything, but it was hard to eat. Okay. That was the problem.
So how did this problem happen?
Well, I had an auto accident about 40 years ago. I never got them fixed. Well, I did get it fixed, but it was just a temporary thing in there.
Temporary?
Well, I knew it was going to have to be done, but I was putting it off until something happened.
Something did happen.
I think that was biting into something. Well, it broke off.
So, Carl
Downfield. We invite you to come in and meet our friendly staff who can help you apply for a mortgage, apply for an ag loan, open an account, or help with any other banking service. Trust PBI Bank to be your banking partner for personal or business accounts. Come visit or call us today. We are a Kentucky-based community bank serving the Commonwealth for more than a century. Stop in or visit online at pbibank.com to learn more about what we can offer you.
Legendberry Do-It Center is Glasgow's only locally owned hardware store, and that means a lot to me. Legendberry's has been in business for over 100 years. I walk in the store, they know who I am, and I get the help that I need. For me, Legendberry's is the easiest place for me to shop, simply because it's a local family-owned business, and I feel comfortable when I'm there. And I'm glad there's still a place like that in Glasgow I can go to.
Glasgow Prescription Center is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good. He'd already done that. He wanted to be great. And I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by with a smaller staff? Sure. The gift shop, the flower shop, delivery people, a brand new facility, none of those things are required to have a pharmacy, but that's why it's not just a good pharmacy, it's a great one. I'm really excited to see what Robert is going to do next, because I know he's going to put his heart into it.
Why the name Fire Pit Spirits? Because your beverage of choice is meant to be enjoyed with good friends, celebrating life, happiness, or just the end of a hard week of work. And, as always, it's meant to be consumed responsibly. So, whatever you're celebrating, gather round your fire pit, because good times are made with the ones you choose to keep in your circle. Fire Pit Spirits. Best selection, best service, best friends.
Legendberry.
WCLU-FM Unfruitvale, W253BN Glasgow. Services of Royce Radio Incorporated.
712, 32 degrees. Ray Stajic says we've got rain moving in the neighborhood. Stand by for that report from Ray. But let's go to the newsroom now and our next check of local news. And here is WCLU News Director Angela Briggs. Good morning, Angela.
Good morning, Henry. Well, here is part 2 of Bitcoin. So we hope you've got your coffee ready. Mark Jones breaks down a complex process that may not be too good to be true.
So this morning, it's kind of rainy out, I am heading down to the store. But today I'm not going to be buying just any old thing. You've heard of people trading currencies. This is really the same concept that I'm going to do today, is I'm going to trade the currency of Bitcoin. Although it is not recognized by the United States government as a real currency, it really does work like a currency. And so that's what we're going to do today. Purchase Bitcoin. Alan Greenspan called it irrational exuberance. Basically just an overvaluation of what it's worth. Most people will agree that right now Bitcoin is in a speculative bubble, that the burst will occur. Everybody's jumping on board, but right now if you ride the wave you can make some money. Just got to know when to get off. That's the key. Eventually some people realize this thing's about to go down, and they sell out, and the whole process goes into a reverse, equally as rapid as the bubble forms. Basically what it boils down to is people start investing so they don't miss the boat. But by the time that average Joe blows in Glasgow, Kentucky hears about the boat, it's too late.
So before we get started, Seth is going to tell us a little bit about the history about how all this happened and show us just exactly how volatile this whole market is in 2017.
Bitcoin. So the top 5 we've got.
I mean, they have a lot of coins
Holy
listed.
cow!
Yeah.
So these are all cryptocurrencies.
Like, I'll show you. This will blow your mind. This is a live update of how many transactions are coming in.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
So this is
growing faster than they're getting completed.
Those are the actual transactions as they occur.
This is people trading, people buying, people selling. You can see the mass amounts. Like, look, you'll see some of them pop up that say like 20, 30, 40 Bitcoin. You're talking like a couple hundred grand.
Yeah. So yeah. Okay, so what's the current market value of a Bitcoin right now?
It took a nice little dip last night because all the other coins are
kind of surging.
Yeah.
Okay, so explain. Okay, so
these are
the list of coins?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is what they have listed on their exchange.
So one of the common questions I've been fielding is...
Where can you spend it?
Yeah, and the answer that I've given is, where can you spend gold bullion? Mm-hmm. Where can you... can you buy gas with PayPal? Well, maybe some places you probably can. Mm-hmm. It's really up to the merchant.
Dollar General actually accepts PayPal.
Okay. So it's generally up to the retailer for what he wants to participate in.
It really is.
Traditionally that's been because of the bank market. Like, they have to pay for the merchant fees.
So yeah, we go through a credit card merchant.
Right.
This contains multiple different wallets for different coins if you want to keep it.
Okay.
But for instance, we'll look at Bitcoin here, and it shows we have a 0 Bitcoin balance.
Okay.
Through my app, I can go to here and get, this is my Bitcoin address, right? It's fine.
Okay.
No big deal. My Bitcoin address, right? Next to we sell Bitcoin through. So you would just download this app. You can see our store right here.
Yep. It's a 5-star preferred store.
Hey.
Yeah, good job.
Look at me. Start a new order. I'm just gonna do it right now. Just to show you how it works.
Sure.
I can copy my address, paste, and then I like to verify and make sure that I didn't paste something else that's not my wallet. So I'm just going to verify that that's the right number there. And
Gotcha.
And it is.
Okay.
It's a good habit to make.
I bet.
And now this is the order number that you'll give me or a different LibertyX user store.
Okay.
And when you come into the store, this is the number that you'll give me, basically.
Gotcha.
We're going to type in. Okay, that was completed.
Yep.
There's massive buy walls and massive sell walls. Like on the extremes, like massive, like 1,000 Bitcoin.
Well, and then that kind of led to the big crash back in 87 was computerized sell-offs. What prevents that in this currency market? Anything? Other than the circuit breakers, is there a market that shuts off? And so it's set up potentially that it is potentially as dangerous as it was before to be in the market pre-1987, before the circuit breakers were put in on the stock market, which would shut it down if volume reached a certain point and it dips below a certain point.
Yeah.
It doesn't exist on the currency market.
There's no breakers, there's no switches.
Right.
It's like
it's a runaway train.
Tomorrow this could not even exist.
Sure.
So.
Okay, so tell me.
$14 billion.
Do-It Center is Glasgow's only locally owned hardware store, and that means a lot to me. Lessonberry's has been in business for over 100 years. I walk in the store, they know who I am, and I get the help that I need. For me, Lessonberry's is the easiest place for me to shop, simply because it's a local family-owned business, and I feel comfortable when I'm there. And I'm glad there's still a place like that in Glasgow I can go to.
Who will be the future face of Pedigo Lessonberry? Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pedigo Lessonberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Pursley. And I'm Daniel Bird. And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pedigo Lessonberry Insurance.
Growing with a proud community since 1902.
Hi, I'm Fred Parrish here at Parrish Carpet in Glasgow, Kentucky. My parents started this business over 50 years ago, so we know flooring here at Parrish Carpet. We have a large showroom and a big selection in stock. We do custom binding and we do free estimates. We've served a lot of people in the 50-plus years, and we'd like to thank each and every one of you. So if you have a flooring need, come see us at Parrish Carpet.
The Glasgow EPB is on Facebook and Twitter. Be the first to know when the EPB makes improvements such as new channels or new services. Wondering what's going on during an outage? The EPB provides constantly updated information that you can receive via Twitter on your cell phone. Plus, learn great new tips to lower your bill. On Facebook, just search for Glasgow Electric Plant Board and click the like button at the top right. On Twitter, search for the Glasgow EPB, then follow us and have updates linked to your cell phone. The Glasgow EPB, bringing you the future fast.
In more local news, a break-in at Barren River Beverages. The sheriff's office says a little after 10 p.m. on the night of December the 13th, a suspect is seen on security footage breaking out the window of the front door of the business with a rock. The individual then entered the store and stole a bottle of vodka valued at $32. Anyone with any information about the break-in, or if you can identify the suspect in the video, please contact the sheriff's office 270-651-2771. You can also call their tip line at 646-8771. You can see the video surveillance clip by going online to WCLUradio.com. Late yesterday morning, the necessary permit to use a sound amplifying device was secured from the city of Glasgow, and two gentlemen took to the Glasgow Square to exercise their constitutional right to free speech. Now, the thing about free speech, especially combined with freedom of religion, is the rights are given to everyone regardless of what beliefs any individual may have. Now, the message of these two men wasn't well received by a group of onlookers, and what can only be described as a debate type back and forth ensued, escalating and then calming down and then escalating again and calming again. The cycle kept on for a couple of hours. Things changed, however, when one of the men, identified as 43-year-old Daniel Wayne Rusk, was accused of spitting in another man's face. That man then went to the county attorney's office, where an arrest warrant for Rusk was ultimately issued. In the meantime, things on the square got worse when Rusk is reported to have spit in the face of Shane Gonzalez of Glasgow. Gonzalez then reacted. Moments later, Rusk was on the ground, and when he emerged from the crowd, his face was bleeding. Since Glasgow police officers did not witness the events between Rusk and Gonzalez, all they could legally do was serve Rusk with the arrest warrant for harassment, physical contact, but no injury. While unable to speak with Rusk, Gonzalez, a father of three, is also a military veteran, and his issue with the gentleman had nothing to do with trying to quell free speech. In fact, Gonzalez says that's one of the main things that he fought for.
People have the right to praise Christmas and celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ and love the day that he was born and celebrate the honor and gift that he gave to us.
Rusk is due to appear in court next month to answer for the harassment charge. He signed himself out this morning from the Barron County Detention Center. It's unclear whether Rusk will attempt to pursue charges against Gonzalez. The Godfather of Grass pleads guilty to a drug charge. The man known as the Godfather of Grass is facing prison time after admitting his involvement in a marijuana operation in Kentucky nearly a decade ago. Federal prosecutors say John Robert Boone pleaded guilty this week to a single count of conspiring to grow and distribute more than 1,000 marijuana plants at an operation near Springfield, Kentucky. Boone fled to Canada after an 2008 indictment on marijuana charges. He spent 8 years on the run until he was captured in 2016. Prosecutors say Boone faces up to 5 years in prison at his March 15th sentencing. Boone was convicted back in the 80s, spent a decade in prison for what prosecutors had called a massive marijuana syndicate with farms in multiple states. The Judicial Nominating Commission, led by Chief Justice of Kentucky John Minton, has announced the nominees to fill the vacant family court judicial seat for Barron and Metcalfe counties. The counties comprise the 43rd Judicial Circuit, and the vacancy is in the 2nd Division. The three nominees for the family court judgeship are attorneys Cheryl Berry Ambach, Michael Wood Pence, and Tracy Lee Peppers, all three of Glasgow. Ambach, Pence, and Peppers all have their own law practices that focus on family law cases. Ambach and Peppers received their Juris Doctors from the University of Louisville. Pence received hers from the University of Kentucky. The judicial seat became vacant when Judge W. Mitchell Nance resigned on December the 16th. Family court is a division of circuit court and has primary jurisdiction in cases involving family issues, including divorces, adoption, child support, domestic violence, and juvenile status offenses. In the early afternoon hours of December the 11th, Glasgow police officer Zane Greer, along with other officers, responded to Stonehenge Apartments about a drug complaint. 25-year-old Troy Vibbert and his girlfriend, 26-year-old Christy Embry, both of Glasgow, were found at the residence and were told by the owner, Josh Ballard, that the couple had tried to conceal drugs and paraphernalia inside his home. Police did find a bag of meth, needles, and other paraphernalia inside. Embry and Vibbert were both arrested, charged with possession of a controlled substance, drug paraphernalia, and violation of conditions of release. Additionally, Vibbert was served with an outstanding arrest warrant and charged with trafficking in a controlled substance, tampering with physical evidence, and persistent felony offender. On the next evening, December the 12th, Officers Stephen Shields and Brandon Fletcher, along with Glasgow Police Corporal Jabin McGuire, arrived back at Stonehenge Apartments to investigate a possible drug trafficking by Josh Ballard. While waiting for a response after knocking on the door, Corporal McGuire, according to the citation, could see people inside run to a back bedroom, and another appeared to be attempting to hide narcotics in the living room. Ballard came to the front door to the apartment and allowed police to come inside. They then checked for potential suspects. Inside the bedroom, police found 37-year-old Billy Johnson and 43-year-old Christy Creek, both of Glasgow. Inside the living room, 22-year-old Christopher Sutton, Glasgow, 23-year-old Brittany Neal of Canmore. Police did secure search warrants for not only the residence but all associated vehicles. Inside the bedroom, police found a bag of crystal meth, syringes, and drug paraphernalia, as well as a pipe and a purse underneath the bed. Drugs and paraphernalia were also found inside the vehicle. Ballard, Creek, Sutton, Johnson, and Veal were all arrested, charged with possession of a controlled substance and drug paraphernalia. Sutton faces an additional count of possession of a controlled substance, tampering with physical evidence. All individuals were taken to and lodged in the Barron County Detention Center. In local 911 activity, 3 motor vehicle accidents with injury, one yesterday morning on North Morgan Street, then one just moments later on Roseville Road, one early yesterday afternoon on I-65. Park City Fire, Cave City Fire, State Police, Barron Metcalf EMS, as well as Barron County Emergency Management, Glasgow Police, Fire, and the Haywood Fire Department all responded. With WCLU Local News, I'm Angela Briggs. It is 7:28 a.m.
Hello.
That'll be $349.07. Sir, I can't take that, and that's only about $120 anyway.
But the Magic Man pays 3 times face value at Glasgow Coin and Jewelry. Watch this.
We can make that happen.
Top dollar guaranteed.
Not to be confused with Magic Mike.
BR Tire. We're always on call, and we answer the call. We know.
U.S. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell says the Senate has accomplished something remarkable. He's talking about passage of the tax reform bill headed to the president's desk.
We passed tax reform to spur the American economy, to encourage job creation and grow economic opportunity, to bring jobs and investment.
A last-minute change to the tax overhaul bill translates into bad news for Berea College. It will lose a key tax exemption that could cost it more than $1 million a year. Berea College does not charge tuition because it accepts students who can't afford to pay. The college will have to accept fewer students as a result, according to the president. Kentucky Attorney General Landy Beshear says teachers in the state are owed their cost of living adjustments regardless of the state's fiscal health. Beshear yesterday said that Governor Bevin's order to suspend COLAs for 5 years violates the state's unvoidable contract with school teachers. Paducah City Manager is getting at least a few more months on the job. The mayor, Brandy Harless, last month asked City Manager Jeff Peterson to resign. His last day was to be January 15th, but yesterday city leaders asked him to stay on through May to help craft a city budget. Kentucky's population is growing, ever so slightly.
According to new estimates from the Census Bureau, the resident population of Kentucky was just over 4,454,000 people. That's an increase of 0.4% from last year and more than 2.6% from 2010. All of that growth has been among residents in the 65 and older group, which has grown by 23% since the last decennial census. Kentucky remains the 26th largest state by population, falling behind Louisiana. I'm Haley Hansen.
And I'm Ed Huckleberry.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
As a child, I can remember always being excited about going to Community Trust Bank with my parents, because I knew I was going to get a treat. It's funny, now that I'm married, have 2 kids, and just bought a new home, when it came time for a new home loan, I went to Community Trust Bank. I trust them and knew that they'd be there for me and my family, just like they were for Mom and Dad. And now with 80 locations, there's no reason to go anywhere else but Community Trust.
Community Trust Bank, building communities built on trust. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Our loyal customers coming back season after season, year after year. With so many vying for your business, improving our service is not just a good practice, it's a necessity. From our easy-to-navigate website to our easy-to-deal-with service department, we work hard to make it easy for you to choose us. No one keeps you rolling like BR Tire on Lovers Lane in Bowling Green and West Main Street in Glasgow.
Good morning from WCLU. Waking up with 31 degrees. Temperature is going down, and it's going to rebound a little bit as the moisture moves in here, but we'll talk about that with Ray Stajic in a couple of minutes. Let's turn to local sports. High school girls basketball from last night. It was Glasgow 57, Monroe County 48. Barron County downing Adair County 57-29. Caverna over Russellville 54-42. And Warren East ousted Metcalfe County 75-63. High school basketball today, the Glasgow Lady Scotties will try to repeat as the champions of the Warren East Holiday Hoops Classic when they take on Warren East in the title game at 5 p.m. Join Joe Myers and Larry Alexander for the broadcasting on 1490 WCLU and online at playwclu.com. Those attending the game in Bowling Green will be able to tune into the broadcast inside of the gym only at WCLU Sports Plus at 97.3 FM. Other girls' games at the Warren East Tournament today. Metcalfe County takes on Monroe County. Caverna faces Christ Presbyterian Academy of Tennessee. Other games involving area teams. Hart County opens play in the tournament in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Edmonson County continues play in a tournament at Bullitt East. Boys action today. Glasgow plays 2 games at the Butler County Christmas Classic, with the first coming at 10:30 this morning against Caldwell County, the second coming against Murray at 5:30. Barron County opens play in the Smoky Mountain Christmas Classic in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Allen County Scottsville is back in action in a tournament in Heritage, Tennessee. Monroe County takes on Owensboro Apollo. Caverna faces Hopkins Central at Union County High School. Hart County plays at Breckinridge County, and Edmonson County wraps up play in the Warren East Holiday Hoops Classic. That's a check of local sports.
Life is made of connections between people, places, ideas, and information. From across the globe to the palm of your hand. With a nationwide network that goes where you go and 4G LTE advanced data that travels at your speed, Bluegrass Cellular strives to connect in more ways. With the community, with the world, and most importantly, with you.
Nothing comes before coffee.
How can I help you, gentlemen?
That's why we're introducing a whole new line of espresso drinks from McCafe. Nothing comes before coffee.
How can I help you, gentlemen?
That's why we're introducing a whole new line of espresso drinks from McCafe.
Lesenberry Do-It Center is Glasgow's only locally owned hardware store, and that means a lot to me. Lesenberry's has been in business for over 100 years. I walk in the store, they know who I am, and I get the help that I need. For me, Lesenberry's is the easiest place for me to shop, simply because it's a local family-owned business, and I feel comfortable when I'm there. And I'm glad there's still a place like that in Glasgow I can go to.
Why the name?
You're watching WCLU's live and local morning show on all your favorite social media platforms, WCLUradio.com and EPB Channel 6.
Why the name Fire Pit Spirits? Because your beverage of choice is meant to be enjoyed with good friends, celebrating life, happiness, or just the end of a hard week of work. And, as always, it's meant to be consumed responsibly. So, whatever you're celebrating, gather round your fire pit, because good times are made with the ones you choose to keep in your circle. Fire Pit Spirits. Best selection, best service, best friends.
7:36, we need to understand the forecast, and to do so, let's understand Ray Stajic's explanation of it.
Mild air sticks around, and that's going to support a liquid event as we head on through, especially the daytime hours on Friday. We'll roll through this morning, chilly but still above average, a few clouds and 60 this afternoon. And that's actually 12 degrees above normal. It'll become mostly cloudy in the afternoon hours. Then, as we head on through tonight, partly cloudy early, mostly cloudy later. No rain yet, 50. I think rain developing southwest to northeast tomorrow. Periods of rain. Grab the rain gear for Friday, 57. Rain should end sometime Saturday morning, leaving us with dry weather in the afternoon and cooler temperatures, but where we should be in the upper 40s. A little colder on Christmas Eve. Clouds give way to sunshine. Highs low 40s. Christmas Day, partial clouds and sunshine. Good-looking day, but cold in the upper 30s. Winter arrives this afternoon at 4:28. For the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic on WCLU, your home for local.
Are you driving around town right this very moment looking for the perfect gift for that gadget person in your life, but you've got a broken screen in your own pocket? Or maybe you want to give the gift of a new phone this year as a stocking stuffer, but you don't want to give that new phone price. Look no further than Gadget Patchers, located at the Ford Center in Glasgow next to Subway. Seth Arterburn and his skilled staff down at Gadget Patchers wants to wish you a Merry Christmas and remind you that nobody likes a broken gift. Bring all your repair and replacement needs to Gadget Patchers, where we have a wide-ranging selection of newly refurbished cell phones at top quality levels for you to select from for that perfect stocking stuffer. Call us 270-228-0000.
This is Melissa Landers.
TJ Regional Health offers a vast array of medical services in our community. The TJ Health Pavilion is home to over 35 family and specialty physicians, outpatient services center, the TJ Urgent Care, and the TJ Pavilion Pharmacy. The TJ Health Cave City Clinic is a walk-in medical care facility providing care 7 days a week with no appointment necessary. Stop by and visit one of our locations today.
You have 1 hour. That's it. You and your group must escape.
Who will be the future face of Pettigo Lessenberry? Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Pursley. And I'm Daniel Bird. And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance. Growing with a proud community since 1902.
And today, when you come to Ralphie's, you get to add a multi-activity wristband for half price. That's right. You purchase a multi-activity wristband and you add one today for half price. Now, how fun is that? Really fun. And Ralphie's Fun Center is making it all possible today. They say, come and see us. Let me tell you about Blaine Shirley. Blaine Shirley is having a birthday today. Carrie Tillman DeRosset. Stetson McCandless is 2. Emerson Shepard is 4. Happy birthday to Tara Wesley, Neil Wood, Rebel Byrne, Linda Bray, Jonathan Murphy, all with birthdays today. Anniversaries, we have Doug and Helen Browning, number 49. It's Ronnie and Carol Medley's 49th anniversary. Gilbert and Alice Piper celebrate today. Donna and Derek Caffey having number 27. And Rose and Sidney Williams. The Williams celebrating number 65. Congratulations. 651-9149, 800-956-1023. Online is WCLUradio.com for birthdays and anniversaries. And don't forget that we are patting on the back today Mr. Delmer Simmons. Now, we're doing this because we kind of get backed up here this time of the year, but we want you to know that Mr. Delmer Simmons has a huge birthday on Sunday, Christmas Eve. He is going to be 80 on Sunday, and some folks said we just got to pat him on the back. We got to tell him he's good as gold because that is a true fact. So if you see Mr. Delmer Simmons around today or anytime over the weekend, pat him on the back, welcome him into the 80s, and let him know he's good as gold. From WCLU and a little taste of Texas.
At PBI Bank, we pride ourselves on providing great customer service with a hometown feel. We invite you to come in and meet our friendly staff who can help you apply for a mortgage, apply for an ag loan, open an account, or help with any other banking service. Trust PBI Bank to be your banking partner for personal or business accounts. Come visit or call us today. We are a Kentucky-based community bank serving the Commonwealth for more than a century. Stop in or visit online at pbibank.com to learn more about what we can offer you.
Hi, I'm Fred Parrish here at Parrish Carpet in Glasgow, Kentucky. My parents started this business over 50 years ago, so we know flooring here at Parrish Carpet. We have a large showroom and a big selection in stock. We do custom binding and we do free estimates. We've served a lot of people in the 50+ years, and we'd like to thank each and every one of you. So if you have a flooring need, come see us at Parrish Carpet.
Glasgow Prescription Center is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good. He'd already done that. He wanted to be great. And I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by with a smaller staff? Sure. The gift shop, the flower shop, delivery people, a brand new facility, none of those things are required to have a pharmacy, but that's why it's not just a good pharmacy, it's a great one. I'm really excited to see what Robert is going to do next because I know he's going to put his heart into it.
Everyone wants to know when McRib will be back, including Jamie, who shared that you must answer its call.
Jamie, McRib is back. You posted, and we answered.
McRib is back. Answer its call for a limited time, only at McDonald's.
Nothing comes before coffee.
How can I help you, gentlemen?
That's why we're introducing a whole new line of espresso drinks from McCafe.
Do you drop your change in the bottom of your purse? Did you know that loose change could help someone struggling to pay their electric bill? The Glasgow EPB has partnered with Community Relief for a new Roundup program. By agreeing to have your EPB bill rounded to the next highest dollar, the change will be provided to Community Relief to help the less fortunate here in our community. Your spare pennies can make a huge difference for those struggling to pay for their vital electricity. If you're interested in the program, please call the Glasgow EPB at 651-8341.
Lesenberry Do-It Center is Glasgow's only locally owned hardware store, and that means a lot to me. Lesenberry's has been in business for over 100 years. I walk in the store, they know who I am, and I get the help that I need. For me, Lesenberry's is the easiest place for me to shop, simply because it's a local family-owned business, and I feel comfortable when I'm there. And I'm glad there's still a place like that in Glasgow I can go to.
7:43 at WCLU, and we have a temperature reading of 31 degrees. I think we're ready. Are we ready to do tidbits, Mark?
That is affirmative.
Okay, all right. Well, let me get the singers in here so they can sing.
From the north, south, east, west, NEWS, here's the latest news.
From around the world and up the street, it is Tidbit News. Tidbit news for the day today, and I'm still looking for a story that I wanted to lead with because it's sort of like a shop talk story here.
All right.
This is for a program. Now, you know, actually, it was Angela and I doing the tidbits a couple of weeks ago when Charlie Osgood of the Osgood File fame announced that he had signed his contract. He's going to be back for another however long his contract is.
Well,
but yesterday I got this email from Dennis Green with CBS.
Okay.
And he forwarded an email from Charlie Osgood.
I did.
Thanks to you, my valued affiliates, clients, and friends, I recently reached nearly 50 years of the Osgood File by announcing a renewal with Westwood One. Although I was very much looking forward to continuing to see you on the radio, unfortunately, my health and doctors will now not allow it. So I will retire from the Osgood File and radio at the end of the year with great appreciation for all the success we've had together. I wish you a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, and the best of everything in 2018.
Now,
signed, Charlie Osgood.
Now, just so guys of my generation, this is the guy that was on Sunday morning. Is that correct?
Yeah, oh yeah, no question about it. Still is, I believe.
The only reason I know that is my granddad. You know, speaking of tidbit a little bit there, my granddad used to watch Sunday morning, and you know, it was back when it was Charles Carrault.
Yeah, oh yeah.
You know, it says Charles Carrault. You know, that voice. You know, and I can just remember some fond mornings, waking up in the smell of coffee when I was too little to be drinking it.
Yeah.
And, getting ready for church and watching Sunday morning. But his successor there, Mr. Osgood.
And he's, but you know, he announced this, and I can just see his doctor saying, "What? You didn't ask us about this."
Right.
So now you're not going to be able to stay on the Osgood File.
Does he have like a publicly known heart disease or something?
I don't know what. I don't really know. I haven't. I'm sure in the next few days, because I got this email from the network last night, so it's probably not out there in all of the various publications just yet, but it will be before noon, I think.
Yep, that's sad to hear.
Yeah, it is. But he's been with us since the day we started, almost 30 years ago.
Oh wow!
Anyway,
yeah, that's good stuff.
Let's go here for a couple of more tidbit news stories. See if I can kind of ease into this. This is an Alaska judge has approved a bail with electronic monitoring for former Governor Sarah Palin's eldest son after he was charged with assaulting his father, Todd. There's a TV station in Anchorage reports that Track Palin's attorney asked that his bail be lowered. The judge declined, but allowed for an electronic monitoring, a mental health evaluation, and other requirements.
So you can't go anywhere. You're
that's right. You're here.
Crazy.
That's right. Forget all that. Police say the 2008 Republican vice presidential nominee told authorities Saturday her son was freaking out.
Oh, no, not that.
And was on some kind of medication. Officers said her husband, Todd, was bleeding from cuts on his head. The Palins obtained a court order barring Track from having contact with them and their children who live with them. Now, that's pretty extreme.
Well, I'm gonna say, speaking of extreme, if you're gonna put yourself on a reality TV show, you're obviously, you qualify as being full of drama.
Yeah,
so
that's right. I'm sure it is. Now that it's made the national news.
Yeah.
But hey, what's wrong with your son? He's freaking out.
He's probably over there waving at Russia.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
I can see Russia from my house.
All right. Forget having Christmas music piped into the local grocery store, because there's a guy up in Watertown, Massachusetts, who is a grocery store worker, and he has a great set of pipes, and he sings holiday tunes for the shoppers of the grocery store there in Massachusetts.
Well, I find that interesting because you remember at the beginning of the season you had that story about that the Christmas music was driving people insane.
Yeah,
and I believe that was actually my first day on the job here.
But now it's okay.
But this guy, he's okay. So
that's right. His name is Guilherme Asensio.
Say that one more time.
He works at Russo's Market in Watertown, Massachusetts. His boss, Tony Russo, learned that Asensio had a great voice when he heard him singing to test out the store's speakers for a weekend performance.
I see.
He did so well, he was invited back to perform for shoppers, and it was a shop stopper. With customers literally pulling their cart's stuffing on hold to listen.
Wow.
One video of Asensio performs Oh Holy Night. It's already got more than 56,000 views on Facebook.
Yeah, I was just thinking that's got to be viral somewhere.
It's a grocery store guy, singing. But, the Italian restaurants, they do that, too.
Yeah, we had a local
Guido
a local young man here singing here recently. I don't know if you saw it on our webpage. At Glasgow Elementary School, I believe it was.
No question about it.
Some talent.
And finally, this is the story we have to hide from Nellie.
Uh-oh. I hope Nellie's feeling better. She's been a little under the weather here the last few days. So,
items associated with Elvis Presley are on the auction block, including the rocker's rocking chair from the Jungle Room down at Graceland.
Didn't know there was a Jungle Room.
Oh, yeah. Well, you've heard of the, Mark Cohn did a song, Walking in Memphis.
Walking in Memphis.
Yeah, that's right. Yes, Elvis, there's a reference in there to, there's a pretty little queen, I can't remember the words now, the pretty little thing sitting in the room, in the Jungle Room. That's about as far off as you get.
I got you.
There's a pretty little queen waiting for the king down in the Jungle Room because we were walking in Memphis.
Yep.
And so anyway, that's it. That's about as far off as
Hold up.
Yeah.
I had to come in here on this one.
Okay, all right. Come in and sound like a cricket.
That was the fan. That was the fan base.
Was that your phone?
No, basically.
No, that was me.
Yeah, Mark is jealous of my singing ability as well, and Henry, I love when you do impressions.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what song was that?
This was "Walking in Memphis," Mark Cohn.
What is the Jungle Room?
I guess it's just a room where if you're a very special guest, I don't know what he used the Jungle Room for.
Is that where Guns N' Roses went when they said "Welcome to the Jungle"?
I don't know. He's probably doing a little. He had the Tarzan drapery on.
Yeah, it could have been. I don't know what it was. There's probably somebody else around here who knows exactly what was in the Jungle Room.
I've always wanted to be able to do a Tarzan yell.
Yeah, well.
Okay. On that note, I'll see y'all later.
Okay. Thanks a lot for chiming in.
Yeah.
Well, the auction coming up at Graceland on the 6th day of January is going to sell a lot of things, including this rocking chair. It's wood and maroon. and they expect it'll bring between $10,000 and $15,000.
A lot of rocking chairs in the jungle? Or
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. I'm just reading the AP.
Gotcha.
The auction includes 271 items such as clothing, jewelry, autographs, concert memorabilia, and Hollywood items. All items are from third-party collectors. In other words,
donations.
These are people that Elvis is not coming straight from Elvis to you. It's coming straight from Elvis to whoever bought it or gave it or found it or whatever, and then to you.
Yeah. Have you ever known any of these people that go to, they make a religious trek almost every year to Graceland? I knew a young lady, I'll say, that was a big fan, and she used to go every year on his birthday.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's lots and lots of people who do that.
I've never been.
Well, you put that on the list right there.
Yep.
And
kind of mandatory with radio station, right?
Get the Jungle Room tour.
I got an ex-boyfriend, some Elvis salt and pepper shakers. Does that count?
Well, I don't know.
He wasn't my ex when I got him for him.
Did you get them back?
For what do I need Elvis salt and pepper shakers?
Well, I don't know, but you could sell them now down here.
She returned them to the center.
That's right.
No, I'm telling you, I thought, sometimes you just got to, he loved the salt and pepper shakers.
Yeah.
How could I take that away from him?
Address unknown.
He was already losing me. I couldn't take it off.
That's right. So it's a choice between you and the salt and pepper shakers.
Yep, the salt says.
And they won.
No, she's salty enough. We'll take the pepper.
Okay.
Oh, I love y'all too.
Okay.
We love you, Andrew.
Tidbit news. So anyway, we won't mention that to Nellie about the Elvis auction.
She probably didn't hear it. I don't get it.
All right. Okay. Good deal.
Merry Christmas to all from Campbell Myers and Rutledge CPAs, located at 410 South Broadway in Glasgow. We are here to meet all of your tax preparation and accounting needs. Visit us at cmr-cpa.com. From all of us at Campbell Myers and Rutledge, along with our families, we wish everyone a happy and safe holiday season. Merry Christmas.
Who will be the future face of Pedigo Lessenberry? Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Persley. And I'm Daniel Bird. And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance, growing with a proud community since 1902.
Trust someone who knows. Van Healthcare.
All right. We've got to go up the street to Hurt Auto Sales, 621 West Main Street. It's a festive occasion up there all the time at the Hurt Auto Sales. Today would be no exception because they are in the middle. They are halfway between the hustle and the bustle. You get to stop at Hurt's and check it all out. Isn't that right, Bobby Lee?
That would be correct, Henry. Hey, stop in. We're always hustling up here and looking forward to whatever,
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, you can respond to anything that anybody throws at you.
That's right. We will respond. That's for sure.
Yeah. Well, I know that you've been, a lot of folks shop around the Christmas time. You've been shopping to meet the needs of your customers up there at Hurt Auto Sales. That doesn't end with a holiday or anything like that. I want to hear what's up.
That's right, Henry. I have been shopping. I got 4 new ones just the last couple of days.
Okay. Yeah.
Got a 2013 Ford Escape. It's black, with black leather inside, heated seats. Got the really pretty chrome wheels on it, and we've got it priced to sell for just $12,900. Okay.
Okay, $12,900. Woo.
Yes, sir. $12,900.
That's good.
It's a bargain.
Sounds like it.
Yes. Got an 07 Toyota Sienna van.
Okay.
It's a good-looking ride, and we're going to sell it for just $4,900.
That is an excellent price. $4,900 for that Sierra van.
That's right. So come in and check it out, and we'll set you free with it. Okay?
Yeah, and actually, certainly you can drive it. Just see how it feels.
That's right. That's
how it feels on you. Try it on.
Hey, you'll lock it. It'll fit. I guarantee you it will fit.
All right. Okay.
Got an 04 Chevy Suburban, 3/4 of a ton. Two-wheel drive. We've got it priced for just $4,500. Okay.
Okay, that's a great price on that one too, because
it is.
those things they go forever. It seems like.
They do, and make somebody a nice one.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
and
sir.
if you don't want to spend a lot of money, want a nice looking little old vehicle, got an 06 Ford Escape, and we've got it priced for just $2,300. Okay.
Well, it sounds to me like that. Of course, those Escapes are well built. Those are probably built in Kentucky, weren't they?
Yes, sir. They sure were. Right.
So you know,
built in Louisville, Kentucky.
Louisville, Kentucky, at that sprawling Ford assembly plant up there.
That would be correct. Yeah. So come in and check all these out. We've got lots more for you to look at, and come in, check it out, and make your Christmas a little better, and mine too.
Yeah, that's right. It's a community effort for sure.
That's right. Everybody's going to be happy. Okay.
Well,
but I do want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas. It's been a great year, and thanks to all those folks out there for coming in and checking us out and buying cars and all that kind of stuff.
Well, I mean, you know, it's good. You've set up a really good place up there for folks to enjoy coming and shopping and visiting, and you know, it's just a good place to go by. And you know, as much turnover as your inventory has, it just pays you to come by every so often. But I know that we certainly want to congratulate Hurt Auto Sales on another successful year, and to you and to your wife Vivian, and to, let's see, how many grandkids you have now?
Have 6.
6, all right.
Yes, sir. Hey.
You know, that's a sharp guy because he didn't even have to think about it.
That's right. Hey, and they're all alive and doing well.
Yeah.
Hey, they all keep you busy.
And they can't wait to come to your house.
That's right.
All right.
That's right.
Well, Merry Christmas, Bobby Lee, and we'll talk right after the holidays, and we'll ramp it back up, okay?
Sounds wonderful.
But we got to keep that motto going here.
That's no pain when you trade with Hurt.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
On the past year.
Hello.
That'll be $349.07. Sir, I can't take that, and that's only about $120 anyway.
But the Magic Man pays 3 times face value at Glasgow Coin and Jewelry. Watch this.
We can make that happen.
Top dollar guaranteed.
Not to be confused with Magic Mike. Why the name Fire Pit Spirits? Because your beverage of choice is meant to be enjoyed with good friends, celebrating life, happiness, or just the end of a hard week of work. And, as always, it's meant to be consumed responsibly. So, whatever you're celebrating, gather around your fire pit, because good times are made with the ones you choose to keep in your circle. Fire Pit Spirits. Best selection, best service, best friends.
And a drink. Why are they giving away free sandwiches? Because Extreme Fitness and Extreme Health Club want you